I want you to drop your chin as if you were looking down over a balcony or 10 steps and feel that sensation. And as I count you down each of those 10 steps, I want you to see your feet, hear your feet, and feel your feet treading each and every step as you go deeper. All right. Class is in session. So due to the amazing response that I got on my post in the RTT forum about increasing the quality and the overall experience for your clients of your transformational recordings, I wanted to make this video. I did reach out to Mercer Superior Support on doing a masterclass potentially, which would be amazing. Gave them kind of what I want to talk about, and it doesn't even have to be me. I just think we should have this conversation, and that the best people who know even more than me can come forward and help everyone, because obviously not only is this going to help raise the overall quality and experience for RTT for the clients, but it's also going to make each therapist not only enjoy their work more, but it's going to make their work and their experience better overall. So let's get right into it. I'm Joseph Harrington, and today I will be your teacher. So, and it's an off work day, so we're not going to take this too seriously. What I will do is show you how to get this sound and what I'm using. So let's go right into it. I'll hit that screen share and hit that. All right. So, and I'm doing all this through Zoom because that's kind of cool, and I think it's good and important for everyone to know, like, yes, you can use Zoom to even record videos like this if you want to do YouTube videos. Like, obviously you could do a higher quality setup, but this is going to do. So the first thing is I'm using this mic right here. This is a tabletop USB mic, which means you plug it right into your computer, right into your desktop, and it's instantly going to work, and that's amazing. It goes for about I don't know where the price went, but it goes for about a $169, which may seem a little pricey, but trust me, it's worth it to invest in a good quality product that you can use all the time. And there's multiple reasons why I like this. Right here, you can see you got a little headphone jack, so you can plug your headphones into that or the computer. Right now, I have my headphones through the computer, but I could plug it in here, and it's kind of cool because then if I plug into the mic itself, I can hear my voice through the mic better. And that's kind of cool if you like that. So that's the mic I'm using. Love it. Amazing. Some people would recommend like the Blue Yeti USB mic, but I've never tried Blue Yeti, and I've been using this one for a while, and I got it for this very thing to do. Like, you know, if you want to do podcasts or do YouTube videos, or if you want to do online calls. So it's perfect for that. These are the headphones I'm using. These are gaming. It's a gaming headset, but you just pop this mic out right here, and you can use this. It maybe is a little like fancy for some people, I don't know. But what I love about these headphones is they're lightweight. It's nice leather, soft cushion, and it does not hurt the top of your head because it's so lightweight. A lot of headphones that you could use don't have. They're very heavy, and they're very tight. And that's not fun, especially when you're doing 2-hour sessions online with your clients. And we are talking mostly about doing online sessions, but the same stuff would work for anything. But you also want to use a good headset, because if you're not using a headset, any sound from your computer is going to come through and your client's going to hear that. So you don't want to do that. This also makes it more enjoyable if you're getting a session done for you. And I've learned to have the clients make sure they can use, if possible, wired headphones, because then they can fully hear my voice. It's like surround sound, less distractions, and there's no like feedback. Like, I notice if they're not using headphones or I'm not using headphones, there can be feedback from the other person's audio, so you don't want that. So those are great. And that is about, I think it's like $99 or something like that. You can get it at Best Buy for $99. So once again, maybe that's a little pricey for some people, but I think that's all around great for a good headset that you can use all day, every day. Now, here's what I'm using that I love so much as well. This is the Logitech 1080p HD camera, the C922X. Couldn't say that. And why I love this, not only is it so amazing and low light, but it's going to up the quality. This is what I'm using right now, and this is why for a webcam, that's all I'm using. I'm not using like a DSLR camera. It looks considerably better, and I will show you how it looks considerably better. So we're going to go into Zoom. Right, and we're going to go into zoom.us and do preferences, and this is where you're going to use this equipment. So first you got general, you go to video, right? I think you guys can see this pretty well. You should be able to. So here's the video. This is the web camera that I'm talking about, right? Now let's go back to my built-in camera that's on my iMac. It's a good camera. It's a really good quality computer, but still look at the difference. And shabaza! Now it's not bad. I mean, my beard still looks nice, but it's dark, it's dingy, it's kind of weirdly aimed down, and I just don't think it looks nearly as good. So let's go back to this one. Ta-da! It looks so much better. It's lighter. I think it's almost got this nice kind of like pinkish tone to it, like a little pastel. I don't know, but it looks nice. Maybe I look a little too pretty, but it looks nice. I'm not saying because I'm pretty. I'm just saying it's the lighting. You can hit that that Snapchat filter on, and it's like, see that? Do you see that? No wrinkles, but it looks kind of weird. Like I look like a Play-Doh man. Like, yes, I'm the Play-Doh man. Yes, how you like that? So turn that off. You can mirror your video, which is nice. I like it mirrored for some reason. It just seems nice. Enable HD or not. And oh, that's interesting. HD allows you to get that full view. Not. It's just like right on the face. So that's amazing. I love this webcam. Now I go for the audio. Now for the audio, I have for the microphone. I can do the built-in. I can actually use my web camera, which I haven't tried. I don't think that'd be nearly as good. But I got the Rode NT USB that we talked about. Now for the speaker, that's where the output of the Zoom, right? You can do it through the mic, and that's really cool. I think especially if you're getting a session done for you, and if you want to hear your voice. But the reason why I like it from the built-in audio is because then when I'm doing the professional recording, I can hear what's coming through my computer. So I can actually hear my meditation music during the transformation, and it always puts me in that perfect, like that's that zone. And I think when you're freely giving to your client, you're giving that love, you're giving that encouragement, that uplifting. I think it's really important to be able to feel that, connect with that. So we are using Zoom, which I love, but also if you're in a Google Meet, do a meeting, you can do the exact same thing with Google Meet, okay? Which I love. So here's Google Meet. These little three dots right here on the bottom right, boom. Settings, audio. I've got the Rode NT put in right there, so you just choose. Speakers, it's coming through the headphones, video, the webcam, and then once again, here's it with the built-in one. So and that's not terrible, but look how it looks, like how it comes across. And this is obviously a personal preference, but I just think this looks so much more professional. It's light and it looks nice, and I think it has a good vibe. So Google Meet, Zoom, you can do it for both those. I love that. So now when I go back from stop share, that's why I look kind of weird, but that's fine. So I just want to say, so once again, that's the webcam. I'm using the headphones and the mic. I guess I could lift the mic up. That might look weird, but it's beautiful. Beautiful. It's kind of big. Yeah, like it's this may sound really weird, but it is kind of a big mic, but you know, it does that does its job. So if you're using this or like a Blue Yeti, it's going to do the trick. So we're going to go back to the screen share. So now that I showed you what products we're using, so let's say you got your Zoom up, right? And you're like, okay, time for the transformational recording, right? I'm about to do the transformation. Now, since I'm on a Mac, I'm going to show you how to do this with GarageBand, and just kind of give you a basic introduction. If you want to do a more complicated video, we can do it later. There's probably honestly lots of YouTube tutorials for that. If you're on a PC, right, then I would recommend Audacity. I looked into it a little bit. A lot of people recommend that. I don't have personal experience with Audacity, but you're pretty much going to do the exact same type of thing. I can't give you like personal preference on that, as I use Mac and I use Apple products, and I use GarageBand, which is a free program, but Audacity is the free version of that for the PC. So essentially you're going to pull up that, right? We're just going to do, this is a new project. We're going to hit voice. We're going to choose that. It's going to start that for us, okay? Now, what we are going to do is, and this is for anyone who wants to add music to it, you basically can just Google or YouTube royalty-free meditation music, and you can find some out there. And I found this one I have one that I like that I use that I like better, but I couldn't figure out where I saved that on my computer. So I just went on YouTube, looked up like free, royalty free meditation music. I found this one right here. It's in 432 hertz, which is the perfect, right? It sounds really great. And so I downloaded this for free, but I downloaded it through the company legally, giving me free permission. All I had to do was subscribe to their YouTube channel. That was the deal. So it's non-copyright, royalty-free music. Always important that you're doing that right if you're going to do it. So we're literally just going to click on that and we're going to drag it and drop it. And it's going to import it. And we have all these different like tracks that it gave us. We don't honestly need all those. We only need one. So bright vocal, we're going to hit track, just delete that. Fuzz, nope, delete that. Telephone, probably don't want that sound. Robot vocal, I'm tempted, but once again, no. So I've got the narration vocal, and what I did earlier was, if I can find it in here. Okay, so basically the way you get to the settings for like these audio tracks is you're gonna hit this little knob icon on the top left, and that's gonna bring us down with the track settings down here. You can see that. So track settings, you'll see where it says recorder settings, right? Recording level, that's how it's gonna allow it to be. Input. I have this mic plugged in, so it's picking it up. If it doesn't pick it up right away, just unplug the mic and put it back in. You want to do all this before you start your session with the client and test it and make sure it's good for obvious reasons. So we're going to click on that one. You can do plugins. You can add different things to it. We don't need anything right now, but the de-esser is nice. That I believe that just takes out the Tammy. It just takes out the S's. So I didn't have to go full Family Guy, you guys, but you get the idea. It just takes out the S's. It's supposed to. So you can use that if you want, but you don't have to. You don't have to do any of those things. Always recommend though. If you look down here on the bottom left, a little bit of echo, a little bit of reverb. That's nice. So we have our audio track here. This is important for like basic mixing and mastering. Turn it down. Don't leave it at 100. Don't leave it at 1. Just turn it down. And usually turning it down to about 30. Just about minus 30 is the sweet spot. Minus 30 dB. That's going to make it to where this music, this meditation music, is not too loud. And you can't hear it in this video, but that's fine. So you can make sure you click on the actual vocal track, the one that says narrator vocal here. And whenever we want to record, we're just going to hit this big red button, a little red button right up here on the top left. So we just hit that button. And now, as you can see, it's recording. Now I can even go back to, not the notes, I can go back to, so I can even go back to Zoom, wherever that's at. There you go. So I can be focusing on the client. I can be focusing on that. I can pull up my notes. I can, if you do it online or if you have your paper out and you can read it and it's all being now recorded. So now you can go, right, you could go into the transformational part and you could be like, all right, so once again, I want you to picture those or imagine those 10 steps and, right, and you just soften your voice and you get into it. And what's so cool about this system, the setup, is, and that was cheesy, I know, but this is just for a video, so whatever. While I'm recording and while I'm doing this transformation for the client, I can hear that meditation music through my headphones. Like I talked about, right? So it puts me in this like, like you feel so good, and it's putting you in that frequency of love and unity and all those great things, source energy, whatever, God, whatever you want to call it. So you're feeling that, and you're feeling this really good feeling, and as you're giving to your client through their transformation recording, which I think the transformation is the most important part, as far as like you're just giving them all that great stuff, all that energy, all the things you need to hear. You're kind of being fed and channeled that really good energy as well. So maybe that sounds like a little weird to some people, but I think we're probably all in tune with that kind of thing and understanding vibrations and frequencies and stuff like that. So not only is it amazing for your client to get to hear that in their recording, but you get to hear it during the transformation as well. So your transformation will actually be synced to that music, and you can find ones that you just feel has the right vibe you want, which I like. I want something that's got the right kind of feeling and frequency to it. And the whole time that's recording, which is recording right now, I am doing the transformation for the client. And they don't even know it's being recorded. They can't hear it. That's the coolest thing. But when the session's done, I don't have to go back and go, oh wait, what did I say? I got to record it now, or if I use my phone, it might sound tinny, it might sound bad. Like I've done the test, and first I was using my phone, and I had it I think on the desk, and it didn't sound that good, and I ended up I think it was I had to re-record the induction, and I re-recorded the induction with my actual table desktop mic. I knew it was so much better that I was like, okay, can I just use this because this sounds so much better, and that's what got me to improve. So that's recording. When you're done with the session, you bring it back to full awareness, right? You're just gonna click. You can hit stop or hit the record button again. So that's saved now. And in GarageBand and whatever program you're using, you should have something like this. At the very end, there should be this little. Here you go. You see this thing, this little dark thing right here? This is like the stopper. That's going to be the end of the song. So you could have it go the whole way, but you pretty much just want to bring it to the end of the Blue audio recording. I can listen to it. Sweet. So, and that voice can be tweaked. If I'm going to do any editing here, I can tweak the vocals. I can mess with the settings. You can play with it. Once you record it, save it. Right. So we're going to go up to File, Save As. Let's do Project. Well, that's a lame name, but. And then from there, you can mess around with it. Or if you're like, hey, this is great. This is because if you record on your phone, you're not going to do any editing anyways. So this is already better than what you had before if you're just doing a phone version. And then you're going to do File. Go over to Share Song to iTunes. And you can literally send it to your iTunes in a high quality format. I use highest quality. So it compresses a little bit, but it's not bad. And it'll put in your iTunes. You can click on that. You can drag, there it is. You can drag and drop that onto your desktop, and from there upload that to Google Drive. And so after every session with a client I have the recording right. I tell them I'm going to send to them real quick. I go through, I make sure everything sounds good, make sure everything's lined up and I like it. And then I save that, I export that, I put it on a Google Drive, and I give it to them. So it's like that. And that's amazing because there's really I don't think there's any reason to have to wait a couple days to give your client the recording. I think you should be able to get to them that night, or at the very least the next morning. But if you do this system, you can pretty much do it right away. So that is GarageBand. You could do the same thing, like I said, with Audacity if you like. And that is basically my little intro, my little kind of beginner level 101 on how to increase the overall quality of your transformation recordings and your sessions in general. Because if you use like a microphone, headset, and camera setup like this, you're definitely going to come across better. And so because it's not just the recording, but you're going to use this equipment the whole time. You don't have to have the camera, but the webcam, but I really do think it's a real benefit. You could see the difference in the video, and definitely the table mic. That is the most important thing. Technically, you could use your, if you wanted, you could use any headphones. But the reason why I use something like this is because I had a session early on, a practice session with a fellow colleague a graduate, where I was using my AirPods and they went out during the session, and I couldn't hear what she was saying. And I was like, oh. so I was like, what do I do? So I was like, and then I realized I've got my headphones there. And so I put my headphones on. She doesn't know this, right? Because she can't hear me. Because it just shut off. And I put my headphones on, these headphones. And I was like, yeah, go ahead and say that one more time. So this is how I learned these things. And this is how we improve, just a little bit every day. And then you might take this system and find tons of ways to make it even better. But this should definitely help you improve the quality. And if you're already using all these things, if you already have it, and or once you get it, and then you want to know, okay, so I'm recording it through my software, it doesn't sound that good. How do I make my voice sound better? How do I get the reverb, the echo right? What if I want my voice to pan? That's something we can talk on another video on just how to mix and master the actual transformation recording. But the average person probably isn't going to even need to do that or want to do that. It's just going to be, if you record it with a good mic the first time, you don't really have to do anything to it. If you want to just add a little reverb to it, and it sounds kind of magical, right? And so it's really simple, but it's really important stuff. And so anyways, that was my video for you. I once again, thank you so much for the amazing response, and I'm really glad that I could be of service and that I could help with this. And if this helps you out, and you get good reviews, or you just feel like, wow, like this is really working, then definitely let me know again, because that would make me very happy to hear from everyone. So thank you so much. Like I mentioned earlier, or I think I mentioned earlier, I did contact the Mercer Peer support. So hopefully we can do a masterclass, like an official one, and get experts and people who are even way better than me on this kind of things to talk to people and teach them, and maybe someone who's like really good with PC and do like an actual like in-depth um, and ideas and stuff like that. But honestly, like I said, even if you just improve the audio video quality, right, and you just have it set up correctly, that is instantly going to double, triple, quadruple the overall quality and experience of your sessions and the recording. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm Joseph, and I'll see you next time.